For wild animals, life is all about survival. And in this battle, for their own place in the natural world, each has adapted in amazing ways, evolving unique abilities and anatomical mutations, allowing them to thrive in even the toughest environments. But nothing on Earth matches the drama of the hunt. Some operate alone. Others work in packs, employing deadly weapons, using stealth and lethal cunning, or simply outrunning and outgunning their victims. Nature's deadliest hunters have adapted to every corner of our Earth. But their prey has also adapted, evolving unique defenses in nature's eternal battle for survival. Perhaps the most primal of all natural instincts is the predator's urge to hunt. True predators, like this penguin, hunt, kill, and eat other animals. In his case, it's anchovies. And just beyond these waves are a billion of them. He may not look like a killer, but in the water, he's a deadly assassin. But this predator is also prey. And this is just one link in a chain of predators. From the fish at the bottom each animal that hunts is in turn being hunted by other, bigger predators. All the way up this food chain to the orca, one of the planet's apex predators. Big or small, all predators have developed their own lethal hunting techniques. But perhaps the most deadly are the killers that work together. Lions are the only big cats that live and hunt in groups. Their heavy, muscular bodies may slow them down. But by working together, they can catch even the fastest moving prey. In the punishing heat of the African sun, few daytime hunts end in a kill. So lions usually spend daylight hours in the shade, saving energy to hunt at night. But here in Kenya, this pride have a different hunting method. It may be the dry season, but these lions have the only water for miles in their hunting ground. They know, sooner or later, thirsty animals must risk venturing to this watering hole to drink. So instead of chasing their prey, all the lions need to do is wait. With the scorching sun baking the earth, the lionesses stake out the riverbank from the comfort of the shade. And they don't have to wait long. A group of antelope wander towards the water. Then a lone impala breaks an unwritten rule: drinking at midday. Silently, the sisters set a trap. The impala spots the first lioness, but she doesn't attack, slowly turning away instead. Thinking she has an escape route, the impala bolts. Straight into the path of the other lion. The entire family share the kill, and it's a huge meal. Some prides could have as many as 30 lions fighting over a kill like this. The way a predator hunts, catches, and kills food is determined by many factors, including the anatomical adaptations of both the predator and the prey. In this evolutionary arms race, nature has given rise to some truly remarkable animals. Despite having a top speed of less than 1.5 kilometers an hour, this Mediterranean chameleon hunts fast-moving prey like bees and grasshoppers. First, it climbs into position to search for a target. Now, it uses its unique eyes. A chameleon can rotate and focus its eyes independently, looking at two different objects at the same time. But when the chameleon spots prey, both eyes home in, calculating the exact striking distance. Then it's time to call on its ultimate weapon. A chameleon's tongue can be twice as long as its body. Firing at 100 kilometers an hour, it can strike its victim in just 1/100th of a second. At the end of the tongue is a powerful suction cup that can capture prey up to 1/3 of its own body weight, giving it little chance of escape. Nature's deadliest predators have powerful senses way beyond human capabilities. But some have evolved an arsenal of super senses that allow them to hunt prey even when they can't see it. Sharks monitor vibrations using their lateral lines, fluid-filled sensors just beneath the skin. Some, like this white tip, can even detect an animal's bioelectrical energy with electroreceptors on its head. Over millions of years, bats have evolved another true superpower: echolocation, allowing them to detect prey even in pitch darkness. At this cave in Puerto Rico, every night, over 300,000 bats emerge to hunt insects. It's an awesome spectacle, as the bats swarm from the mouth of the cave like an army on the attack. But this abundance of bats lures another predator, intent on a killing spree of its own. Puerto Rican boas, here to kill bats. But how can a slow-moving snake catch a bat? The boas climb into position at the cave entrance, hanging on to whatever they can. The snakes hang their bodies down into the path of the bat swarm. Most of the bats miss. But when one hits, the boa reacts instantly. Its jaws clamp down with lightning speed, constricting around the bat's chest. The snake kills the bat before swallowing it. But sometimes they eat them alive. And this isn't his only kill. Each snake can catch up to 7 bats in a single sitting. For these snakes, their prey is so numerous, they can afford just to open their mouths and wait. But other species have taken the waiting game to a whole new level. The trapdoor spider. An ingenious killer, unchanged for millions of years. This ambush hunter has devised a unique hunting method. She digs a hideout in the ground, then weaves a trapdoor, combining her silk and vegetation. This devious hunter then builds a hinge on one side and pulls the lid over herself, perfectly camouflaged. She will now lie in wait for the prey to come to her. These spiders have unimaginable patience. It can take days, weeks, or even months for an opportunity to come knocking. Insects are hunted from all sides and are always on high alert for the eyes of a predator. But the trapdoor spider uses vibration to calculate her perfect moment to strike. This grasshopper can be forgiven for thinking he is safe. But this killer makes no mistake. Enjoying the fruits of its lethal hunting technique behind closed doors. The trapdoor spider's hunting method may look like something from a horror movie. But nature is often stranger than fiction. Nowhere more so than here in Cambodia. This Cantor's soft-shell turtle is almost 2 meters long. He will spend 95% of his life like this, surfacing just twice a day to breathe. Like all turtles, he has bone-crushing jaws. And although he can strike with lightning speed, these fish are just as fast. So just like the trapdoor spider, he needs a trap. Submerging himself into the riverbed, he completely disappears. His eyes, nose and mouth camouflaged as grains of sand. To fool a nervous fish, patience is his real weapon. Having been hidden for hours, his eyes lock onto any prey that moves toward his strike zone. If he goes too soon, his cover will be blown, and the waiting will have to begin all over again. Luckily, this time, he nails it. These turtles are among the oldest living predators, and have been hunting like this for millions of years. But there's another monstrous prehistoric predator whose lethal hunting ability has only recently been understood. The Komodo dragon has a surprisingly weak bite. But over short distances, it can launch fast attacks, even targeting deer. This one was fast enough to escape serious injury. But the dragon knows a secret. The deer is dying. Komodo dragon's saliva contains a lethal venom. It infects the bite wounds. The dragon watching patiently as the poison takes hold. Hours, and sometimes even days later, it will die. Smelling the impending death, other dragons arrive to join the feast. Although the Komodo has learned to share his kill with others, he has a voracious appetite. Tearing huge chunks of flesh from the carcass, each can eat its own body weight. Thanks to their brutal venom, Komodos can hunt almost any animal. But many predators are specialized, evolved and adapted to hunt a single prey. Here in Taiwan, one species of snake has developed a highly specialized diet. The island has a number of snakes that eat slugs. But thanks to a strange physical mutation, this Piraeus atile also hunts snails. To be able to extract a snail from its shell, this snake has evolved an asymmetrical jaw, with 20 teeth on the right and just 11 on the left. Thanks to this adaptation, it tends to only hunt snails with clockwise shells. Like this one. It may be moving at its top speed. But luckily, its prey is even slower. Using its unique jaw, the snake strikes. Then gradually scoops the snail out of its shell. The snail battles for its life, but eventually, this snake's secret weapon does the trick. But not all the natural world's predators look as deadly as a snake. In fact, some use beauty as a weapon, luring prey into their trap. This orchid mantis takes this hunting method to the extreme. It has evolved to look exactly like a flower. But it has a taste for flesh. Trembling like a blossom in the breeze, the orchid mantis waits patiently for a victim to enter its domain. An unsuspecting fly has no idea of the predator waiting to strike. All species of mantis also have incredible vision. Their compound eyes are made up of tiny clusters of photoreceptor cells. When it spots prey, they line up as a black dot. And now it's ready to launch an attack. But not all predators sit and wait for their prey to come to them. Most are pursuit predators, and their hunts come down to pure speed. And in Namibia, the fastest mammal on Earth is always on the prowl. There are more cheetahs here than anywhere else on Earth. These three young brothers are still hunting together, perfecting their formidable predatory skills before going their separate ways. Each is perfectly adapted for hunting at speed. Their claws are blunt, built for grip, not killing. And each has a lean body and a small skull with a huge nasal passage allowing more oxygen into its blood. The brothers spot a small group of wildebeest. But they'll need to get closer before launching an attack. Luckily, the terrain offers cover, allowing them to move in undetected. Then one of the brothers makes his move, scattering the herd. Cheetahs can sprint at 110 kilometers an hour, over 6 meters in each stride. But taking an adult wildebeest isn't going to be easy. The cheetahs can only sustain their top speed for about 300 meters, so they'll need to kill quickly or they'll overheat in this searing African sun. The wildebeest are trying hard to shake it off. But the cheetah is faster. He brings down his prey using a sharp hook on his front heel. Then quickly cuts off its air supply with his vice-like jaws. In these parched lands, by drinking its blood and urine, the cheetahs can survive for days at a time without water. A predator's survival comes down to its ability to outwit or outgun its prey. But in this constant battle, prey have counter-evolved, developing their own unique weapons to fight off predators. But some prey species are more secretive, keeping these defensive weapons hidden away. This Draco looks like any other lizard. Its claws make it a fast, agile climber. And like chameleons, it uses camouflage. Great for avoiding predators. But right now, he's showing off, looking for a female. A bright yellow dewlap signals that he's looking for a mate. But there are other eyes pointing his way. A vine snake, one of the Draco's main predators. Its horizontal pupils mean it can focus on the Draco and calculate its distance with pinpoint accuracy. The snake's body is just 2 centimeters wide. But its mouth is so big, it could swallow the lizard whole. But as the snake closes in, the Draco plays its trump card. Draco means dragon. And this one can fly. Leaving this predator open-mouthed. Flexing its ribcage, spreads out a membrane of skin to make a simple but effective wing. In fact, it's so effective that this evasion tactic has become the only way to travel. And these lizards rarely touch the ground. This highly successful mutation has allowed these lizards to master their environment. But when it comes to adaptations designed to hunt, the crocodile might just be the perfect killing machine. Unchanged in 85 million years, these infamous killers can measure 6 meters long and weigh over a ton. There are 24 species of crocodile, each a deadly cocktail of speed, stealth, and power, and armed with nature's scariest jaws. Although notorious for taking down huge mammals like wildebeest, crocodiles mostly eat fish. The teeming rivers of Brazil's Pantanal region are home to a prolific fish killer, the spectacled caiman. These rivers are home to 35 million of them. It's the largest population of reptiles on Earth. But these hunters also have a taste for capybara. These giant rodents also spend most of their life in the water. Brokering a delicate and uneasy peace deal alongside the caiman. The adult capybara are too big for the caiman. But it's the babies they're after. Realizing that one of her pups has become separated from the group, a mother calls out a warning. But these babies are helpless against such weaponry. In fact, few young capybara escape the jaws of the caiman. Only 5% surviving to adulthood. Crocodiles are built to kill, hunting and feeding whenever hunger takes hold. But other predators plan ahead. On Patagonia's eastern coast, killer whales have developed one of the natural world's most unusual and risky hunting techniques. And this method of killing requires practice, weighing up to 7 tons. The planet's biggest and heaviest predators are here to hunt seal and sea lion pups. But the whales can't catch these agile mammals in the water. Instead, they try to ambush them on the beaches. And it's not just the way they hunt that's amazing. It's the fact that they train for it in advance. Incredibly, these adults have brought the young orcas to this lagoon to teach them how to catch sea lion pups before the pups are even born. As the sea lion colony watches on. First, the adults demonstrate how to beach themselves using the surge of a wave. Waiting for the next wave to help move back into deeper water. Then it's time for the young orcas to have a go. Going against their natural instincts, they force themselves into shallow water, training to catch sea lion pups without becoming stranded. Such premeditation is seen in few other animals on Earth. The larger elephant seals basking at the water's edge appear to believe they aren't at risk. But the orcas trigger a surprise attack. Against the might of an orca, even this adult elephant seal doesn't stand a chance. This seal is enough to feed the whole pod. But surprisingly, he doesn't kill it. Instead, the orcas want to use this seal for another training exercise. Delicately, the seal is carried to the center of the lagoon and released. Confused, the injured seal heads for shore. Then, the game begins. The orcas catch and release the seal over and over. The cold-blooded torture continues for hours. Once the adults have had their fun, the youngest orca is taught how to catch and disable large prey in deep water. Before the seal is finally torn apart. In human warfare, battles are often won and lost in the air. In nature too, aerial predators make lethal killing machines. Here in Scotland, a mountain hare, in its winter coat, is almost invisible. But over 3 kilometers away, this golden eagle has it clearly in his sights. Its binocular eyes are 8 times more powerful than a human. And he's waiting for the hare to venture away from its burrow. Unaware he's under surveillance, he continues to forage. And the eagle makes its move. Attacking from height, the eagle folds its wings into a stoop, accelerating hard. It's now a battle of speed. Hares can run at over 70 kilometers an hour, faster than most land predators. Second only to peregrine falcons, golden eagles are one of the fastest creatures on the planet. The hare stands little chance of escape. The eagle's talons, capable of breaking a human bone, then crush the life from its prey. Predatory birds rule the skies. But some have also learned to use their wing power to hunt in an entirely different habitat. Gannets catch their prey underwater. With a wingspan of almost 2 meters, gannets are graceful flyers. Like hawks, their forward-facing eyes provide binocular vision, allowing them to calculate the depth of their prey beneath the surface of the water. Then the gannet prepares to dive. The birds inflate air sacs between their skin and muscles to cushion the impact, hitting the surface like a torpedo at over 90 kilometers an hour. Then they fly through the water, picking off fish. Other predators join the frenzy, attacking from all sides. Sharks and 5,000 dolphins force the fish into a bait ball. Allowing the gannets to target them again from above. It's the greatest gathering of hunters on the planet. And in a matter of minutes, the shoal is decimated. The gannet's eyesight requires daylight to locate its prey underwater. But here in the jungle, some predatory birds are also perfectly adapted to hunt at night. Owls are usually thought to have the best hearing of any animal. But this species, lacking the hearing prowess of its cousins, uses a unique hunting technique. Most owls channel sound to their ears with dish-like faces. But the buffy owl's face is more like a hawk. So these owls use sight as their main weapon. They are also noisy flyers, lacking soft flight feathers that allow other owls to ambush their prey without warning. But this owl's main prey lies underwater. Taking up her position, her unblinking eyes lock onto the water, waiting for any sign of movement. Here in Indonesia, it's the monsoon. And with parts of the forest flooded, fish often take the opportunity to explore the shallows in search of food. Just below the surface, the unsuspecting fish have no idea they are about to be ambushed from the air. But when the water is this clear, even this killer sometimes can't catch the nimble fish. But she won't make the same mistake twice. Now for the fish. There's no escape. Her oversized, razor-sharp talons kill the victim almost instantly. Then she swallows the prey, whole. Driven by instinct, all of nature's predators have developed their own unique ways to hunt. From the smallest to the biggest. 24 hours a day. In every corner of the earth, wild animals are on the hunt, using speed, stealth, or deadly anatomical weapons. Each has learnt exactly what it takes to survive.